Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Queensland Abandoned Mines. Zeb with you in the bush. And we're not going to say where we are today, but we're chasing down some gold mines that started in 1875 and ran all the way to about the year 1903, 1904. Really cool part of history. Whoop, almost stacked it. And where we are right now is just in the alluvial pits at the bottom of the gorge. And apparently they hit some very high concentrations of gold here. But when they were trying to mine down to the bedrock, they had a lot of difficulties because of the size of these boulders that kept falling in. You guys can see we've got a really cool little cribbed up wall along here. And it could have been used to help them dig the pit, could have been used as water diversion, who knows. It's almost 140 years old now. So today's going to be a really cool adventure. As always, we don't know what today's got in store for us. The only thing I've got for you guys is hopefully some really cool drone footage, because this is going to be one of the prettiest places we've ever explored. And there's a story that I've got from printed in 1902. And my only plan for the day is to get to the highest part of the hill and read that to you guys. It's a really cool story. So, here's our crew up ahead. Today's going to be an epic adventure. Oh, here we are guys. Progress is slow. She's a pretty tough hike. And some of the mines to access today are up there. It's going to be extremely rough going. For now though, we're just following these little alluvial pits up off the creek. They are scattered absolutely everywhere. And we've come across this little fella. Almost looks like a little adit. Let's check it out. It's very spider infested. Wow. So this is the issue they had. All of these huge boulders when they were trying to do these pits just kept coming down. But you can see the material they're after. They would have been into, they would have been looking for all these little smoothed out gravel rocks. And hopefully either hitting nice payable layers of that or trying to find those gravels that are sitting on top of bedrock. Alright, let's keep trekking. Alrighty, back on the trail. It's really pretty through here. This is definitely one of the prettiest spots we have ever been to. We just burnt up a lot of energy searching for the Istanbul adits, so we've decided to gun it to a place that Sam's been to before, of some known workings, right up the gorge. The only really rough thing about today is it's forecast about 32 degrees. We can hear the trees whistling above us, but there is no breeze down here. She is a warm one. There's a beautiful spot though guys, in the Australian bush. Imagine the miners here toiling away from 1875 in such a pretty spot. Where has Blake gone? Oh my god!
Yeah, well, this is where I was saying last time I went up, because I could see all these rocks coming down.
Is that waste?
But I went up there, I couldn't find anything.
Is that waste?
Hard to say. A log poking out of all the rocks there was kind of intentional.
Like, is it filled in adit or?
Kind of seems that way.
Oh yeah,
There's more cliffy stuff up in there, but pretty hard to get at.
Shit, yeah. So assuming this is where they first struck gold, Sam? The alluvials and the rivers?
I think it was down the houses.
Yeah. getting a fair bit of trouble though if you go prospecting here, hey? National Park.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You alright, man? Good effort. Good effort. Well, here we go with the drone footage. Now, the drone footage played a huge part of the plan for the navigation for today. So what I'd actually promised the team was that they'd all be able to sit down in the shade, down the bottom of the gorge. I would send the drone up to the top of the hill. I would be able to plot 5 or 6 major mine sites within the proximity of a couple of metres, and we'd all just leisurely stroll up the hills. As soon as I launched the drone and got the broad angle of the gorge, I knew we were in for big trouble. Now, everyone came running back up to see me to see what sort of footage I got, and I just told them there's too much sun flare. I didn't really capture anything, but I knew what I saw. I knew that we're in for an absolutely huge adventure, and the hills looked absolutely soul-destroying. So now, exploring mines is definitely no joke, but one thing that is a joke is my navigational skills. They are overly optimistic and, well, just pretty shitty. I think everyone that's been on a mission with me now knows what they're in for, and you've got to brace for a pretty long day with some pretty thorough safety planning, but very, very little plans when it comes to navigation. Waste rock. So somewhere up above us, the mines would have gravity fed all of their ore down this way somewhere, but we sent the drone up. It was even hard to fly the drone because it was so crazy. But somewhere up in those hills isn't that it. But if we find that, it's going to basically be a whole day dedicated just to that if we find anything at all. So we've decided to keep on trekking. Sounds hollow.
There's something there.
Alright. Guys, we're still on the hunt. Watch out for snakes. She's filled in. Decline, you reckon?
Yeah, it must be.
Well, we don't know if this is number 1 or number 2, do we? Maybe we keep going up the creek and see if we can find the second one. On the maps, how far apart are they?
Anything yet?
We're just checking now. We found an adit. It's filled in though. We can only see the top foot of it. We're just checking the maps.
Yeah,
How far apart are they?
about 40 metres.
Oh, really? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think this might be it. This is the second one.
Yeah. Alright, so we missed the first one. And someone's been chipping away at it, haven't they? That's pretty fresh, you reckon? Alright, we're going to keep exploring, guys. We're getting close. Closer and closer. We're also burning up an absolute metric shit ton of energy trying to get here. Trying to accomplish it. Alright. That's the, tells us we're on the trail, guys. Alrighty guys, check this old girl out. We'll just come up off the creek. Found the old timber portal. Sam's already gunning it. We have found the lower adit of the Phoenix mine. We're going to stick our heads in and have a look. This looks cool. You can actually see it's a tree that's pretty much holding it out. You can see some old laggy in there. It is a very tight crawl. My new camera that I use, it's about the same height as the portal. Does it keep going? Oh wow. Does it bend? Because on the map it doesn't bend. Hey, you alright?
Yeah, all good. Just pull it out the way.
Does it keep going?
Nah, it's all caved in.
I'll come in for a look anyway. I'd say we're sitting like 2 feet off the back. It's caved in from within the mine. Wow, this is an old mine, guys. Oh wow, be very careful. You got a huge spider just to your left, and there's a fair bit of cribbed up rock above you. Oh, that is very dangerous.
Friend up in here.
Toad, mine toad. You reckon this is just the lower level? Whoa. Whoa. Can you feel airflow? You still with me?
Yeah.
Can you feel air?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Don't touch the back.
Yeah, it looks sketchy as.
Yeah, it's just this timber is now I don't want to punch through that hole because that could come down on you. Chucks the camera. Got him. Alright. He's getting pretty extreme, guys. But that there, which you can now see on the GoPro, just there is the old drift. So we are standing on a collapse, which means we've got to get the hell out of here. Wowee. Big collapse. Alright, let's get the hell out of this one, guys. You gotta know when to call it. Hooey. That there is ready to give way at any second. Let's get out of here. You alright, buddy? That's pretty sketch. Cheers. Thank you. Here we come. Pretty, hey? Oh my God, my legs. Now, where's this trail at? Alright guys, we are still on the hunt. So far today we found a collapsed adit, and the coolest thing today, we found the original timbered main tunnel of the Phoenix mine coming in off the creek. Super sketchy, big collapse. So needless to say, we didn't hang out in that one for long. How you holding up?
Yeah,
You alright, Captain Blake?
Yep.
Wowee. That's some serious climbing, team. Hope you have more of those electrolyte tablets, buddy.
Sure will.
Good work.
Definitely reevaluate the sending up a shaft after doing that.
We are getting shredded by Lantana. Ow. We're looking for the Istanbul at it. Oh my God. This is what you got to be prepared to do if you come for a mission with me. Oh my God. It's the hope that when we're going so far off trail, we'll stumble across something that hasn't been seen for many, many years.
That looks good.
Alright, Captain Sam has found a portal. Oh mate, hey, check that out. Check that out, guys. What an awesome bit of Queensland mining history we've uncovered here. A drift level from 1875, and the whole time that we've been walking, we've just been trying to comprehend how these old timers got equipment in and out of there. Wowee. Alright, I'll get the big camera out, guys, and we'll jump in this one and have a look. We got some cool air flowing out at us, which is always a good sign, because that means we might have a connection to the surface or some other workings. Let's gear up, guys, drop in and see what this one has to offer. Alrighty guys, let's check this one out. Mine hunting from 1875. Let's see what the old timers are up to. Out. I've gone a very interesting way in. Oh, did you hear that, Blake? No, pants.
Oh, no.
I've started it. I've started it. All right.
Usually you wait a bit longer before you expose yourself.
Yeah. Alrighty guys, let's shed some light on this. Alrighty. Oh, we've got a little exploratory off to the right. A lot of survey markings. She keeps going. Alright. Sam, have you got your map?
Yep.
Try and look for a level. We're at the Phoenix, aren't we?
Yep.
That's not the real name of the mine, guys. That's what it's going to be called for today. See if there's something that just wobbles around. North and south with a little exploratory off to the right.
So either number 6 or number 5.
Alright, cool. Let's hope this connects, hey?
Yep.
We got a beautiful hanging wall up in here. And I'm with actual Sam today that knows a little bit about mining. We've got another drift. We've got another drift. Should we just stay on the main line?
Yep.
Alright. I'd say it's going to end because I can hear the bats. Are you going that one?
Just a quick look.
I'll come with you. There's a question for you.
Spray paint.
Surveys.
They've been sampling.
There's a question for you. Have you been bat vaccinated? Have you?
No.
Alright, don't get scratched by a bat. Oh, this one dead ends. Now, some geologists have been busy in here. Survey markings absolutely everywhere. Do you want to gun down that one? You got any footprints ahead of you?
Yeah, here there is. Are yours?
No, I haven't been in here yet.
Right.
So is there footprints ahead of you?
No.
Cool. Wow, keeps going, guys. This one's going on forever. We haven't intersected the reef yet, have we, Sam?
Can't see it.
Oh, what's that off to your right, mate? Look at that. Iron staining.
Yeah.
Just here, I'll put my spot there. That'll be the...
Sure is.
Yeah.
Some quartz here.
We actually got some really cool formations there, guys. How cool's that? What the hell is that thing? Hey boys, what is that? It's like a something.
Whoa.
What is it?
Okay.
I don't know. Who knows what that is? Leave us a comment. It looks like it should be underwater. Scary. Are we still going? Normally that many bats means it's the face. I'll just keep your eyes down, guys, if you can. We've got a cribbed up wall up ahead.
Going.
It keeps going. There we go.
It's getting wet.
We found the reef. Nice bit of quartz, Blake.
Uh-huh.
Alright guys, we're getting muddy. Wow, look at the formations in here. Oh, this absolutely reeks. My God.
Set.
Holy shit, what's that? Look at those formations, guys. A beautiful flowstone they form like shark teeth down the ribs. Alright, how are we doing for air, mate? Because this is starting to smell a bit sulphury.
Or 20%.
20%, alright. We got like a little jump hole in here. That could have been when they're mining the drift with some short fuses. I'll tell you what, guys, today has been an absolute slog. How you doing back there, Blake?
All good.
But this has been worth it. Just a tiny little inconspicuous little portal. Wowee. You alright, mate? Wow. Now the miners would have never seen that, guys. They take decades to form. And we've got a little bit of ground fall. The back of the mine is solid. We're gonna have to crawl this little bit. There's a billion bats. Sorry if the camera gets a bit shaky through this bit. We hit the face.
That's it.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, you're right. We duck down here to the face, so probably what we're standing on the last bit of muck that they never bothered carting out. This is where they set their last charges, guys. There's me chilling out in here with a little Australian micro bat. So cool. All right. See the remnants of the old round. And then down the bottom here would be what they call the toe rounds. So they would have set the charges, armed the charges, and then what they'd normally do that at the end of their shift. They'd come back in. You can actually see a little bit of quartz up in there. And the miners didn't know their geology, so they'd bring in the geo, they'd wet the back of the mine down, and then the geo would tell them what ore was waste and what needed to go away to be processed and the geologist would also dictate which way this drift winds, or based off the last assay results of whether or not it was worth continuing. So remember guys, the year's 1875, these guys were working at between 3 to 4 feet a day. You look at some of the modern mines and they can do twice to 3 times that volume, and when they're doing that rate of blasting, they're blasting a mine that's so big and so wide you can drive a greyhound bus down it. Oh, cool. Alrighty, time to get out of this one, guys. We've still got another couple of mines to explore. That was epic. Hey Blake, did you go down the decline? Did you follow it or not? Alright, let's hit that. Still got another spot to explore on the way out, guys. Check that out, guys. That is the hanging wall. So what we're standing in is the fault deposit that would house most of the quartz. So that there would be a host rock, and we're literally standing in the area that the miners are after. Now that would normally make that the footwall, but depending on the geology of this place, the footwall could be literally kilometres away if it slumped off down the side of the mountain, you know, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of years ago. All right, is that am I standing on rail?
No, it's a root.
It's a root, okay.
I thought it was an airline, but it's a tree root.
It's a tree root, right. It is too. That's cool.
Let's keep going around.
Whoa.
That cave.
Do you want me to go first? I've had the jab. Yeah.
Yeah, get beating the wings in the distance.
Yeah, I'm at one with my people. Faces. Check that out, guys. Australian microbat. What a healthy population. I'll tell you, at this stage it's extremely unlikely. There's so many YouTubers out there that say that they'll want some sponsorship, or they'll get some revenue and they'll put it towards buying drones or anything else like that. But if we ever raise 1 cent, it'll actually be going to help out these little fellas. That's my promise. The channel's only tiny at the moment. It's only 600 odd subscribers, but it will keep growing. We've got some awesome locations coming up. But if the page ever turns a profit, these are the little fellas that will benefit. Cool. Let's leave them to be. All right, guys, you guys have seen all the way out, so I'll pause this. I'll see you when we're back at the portal. Hey, there's something right at the portal. It's like the hammer end of an old chisel or something. What's that? Can you hold that up? What do you reckon that is?
Looks like a tobacco tin.
That's cool. Well guys, that wraps up today's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in, and that was actually put together with 2 brand new GoPros and a couple of new microphones that we've got after we experienced a lot of AV issues with a couple of the episodes that we had around Christmas time. So this is part 1 of an epic 2-part adventure. We're going to get cracking on editing part 2, which will air with you in a couple of weeks, so we hope you guys can join in then. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share it with a buddy that likes outdoor adventuring, history, mining history, Queensland mining history, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks. Thanks again for tuning in.